The All-Star teams were announced recently, as well as the jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the article that I have is not working.
Yeah.
I think I fixed it. I guess there's a... Okay, I did not fix it. I'm trying to get it, but if you want to talk about it.
Yeah. So the rosters were revealed yesterday, along with the captains and the head coaches. So I guess should we just list them off? Starting do you want me to just do that?
Sure.
Okay. So for the Metropolitan Division, head coach Rod Brindamore from Carolina, and representing the team is Frederick Anderson and Sebastian Aho from Carolina. Columbus has Zach Growensky. New Jersey's got
Sorry, Metropolitan?
Yes, starting with the Metro.
Am I looking at the wrong? Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong one. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
No, I was looking at the 2021, bro. Does matter.
Oh, gee. Yeah, you're in 2021. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm not in the right area.
Blue Jackets have Zach Rowensky going to the game. The Devils have Jack Hughes. Islanders, Adam Pelech. Rangers, Adam Fox and Chris Kreider. The Flyers got Giroux. Penguins got Tristan Jarry. And Capitals have Ovechkin. Each team also has this. They started doing this a few years ago, kind of like similar to what baseball has with their All-Star game, like a last man in.
Yeah.
So like each team has one player, and one player from each division will get voted in. So Carolina's is Svechnikov. Actually, no. Here, we'll come back to it at the end, and then we can go over all of them.
I have it on the screen right now.
Okay, no, but I was gonna say we can predict in the end like which one we think will get the last man in vote. You know what I mean? So we'll come back to those at the end. We'll go through all the rosters first.
Okay. Well,
the Atlantic.
How many can go in from the last? Like
one per division.
So out of the many
out of the 8 players
listed, wow, there can only be one that goes in.
Only one per division, yeah. So that's why we'll come back to that. I guess.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say you can read the Atlantic if you want.
Sure. Drake Batherson from Ottawa. Petrus Bergeron, Boston, Jonathan Huberto from Florida, Dylan Larkin from Detroit, Austin Matthews, Toronto, Nick Suzuki, Montreal, Rasmus Dahlin, Victor Hedman, Jack Campbell, Andrei Vasilevsky. That is the Atlantic Division.
Yeah, being head coached by Andrew Burnett of the Florida Panthers.
I don't see that. I don't see the coaching on this.
It doesn't.
You gotta send me that article.
It's the one I got
here. I got something.
Actually, you're the one. You put the article on
my article. I don't know why it doesn't show up. I get the 404 error. Thank you, Hockey News. Thank you.
Close it and open it again. That's weird.
I did. I had done that. That's all
I'm afraid to refresh this page now.
Andrew Burnett is the Atlantic coach. That's all funny. Right. Replacing Q, Coach Wendell, and then he's the head coach now.
I mean, look at Florida. They're still they kept buzzing. They didn't slow down. Yeah, they didn't let that get in the way.
I guess it's more the product of the players and the general manager than it was from the coach.
Yeah, I think the system, like they had the system in place. Obviously, Burnett was already with the team, so he just kept that system going. It's like you didn't have to change much. But yeah, moving on. Central Division, head coached by Jared Bednar of the Colorado Avalanche. Representing the Central from the Arizona Coyotes, Clayton Keller. From Chicago, Alex DeBrincat. From Colorado Avalanche, it's McKinnon and Makar. From the Dallas Stars, Pavelski. From Minnesota, Kaprizov and Cam Talbot. From Nashville, UC Saros. From St. Louis, Jordan Kyrou. And from Winnipeg, Kyle Connor.
Why is there just one defenseman in the Central Division?
That's a good question. I just realized
also
that
one defenseman in the Pacific. So that makes it a little clear for us for the last man in ballot.
I mean, it's a 3-on-3 All-Star game tournament, so does defense really matter? No. It's gonna be goals anyways.
You're right.
Plus, it's an All-Star game. No one plays defense in an All-Star game.
It isn't really a traditional All-Star process, that's for sure.
No, it is not.
For the Pacific Division, Leon Draisaitl, Jordan Eberle, Johnny Gaudreau, Adrian Kemp, Connor McDavid, Timo Meyer, Mark Stone, and Alex Pietrangelo. In the net with Thatcher Demko and John Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we could talk about the last man in now, if you want to. Starting with the
Yeah.
Metropolitan.
All right.
Who
So,
do you think is going to go in?
Well, okay. So I'll go over each one. I'll read out all the candidates, and then
Well, it's on
I'll
the screen.
predict.
You don't have to read it
Oh,
out.
true. Okay.
For the Metropolitan.
Looking at this real quick, I don't have any of their stats in front of me. But if I'm just gonna guess, based on, because it is a vote, actually, it's more a vote, so it's more a popularity contest. I'm gonna go with, it's tough, but I think Mika Zibanejad gets it.
Wow.
Just because he plays in New York, it's a big market. They're gonna, like, they vote, so I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that. It's just seeing if Sidney Crosby's not even on this.
No, it's Jake Gensel from Pittsburgh, who's their last man in.
So,
candidate.
So Pittsburgh only has Tristan Jarry.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yep.
I feel so bad for Crosby and for Malkin.
Well, Malkin just came back, so how could he be named to an all-star team when he's only played one game?
That's fair. It's just a slap in the face. I know Crosby hasn't played a full year, but we're talking about Sidney Crosby. Sit the kid.
Yeah, I know.
If we're talking about, I'd take Evgeny Kuznetsov or Barzal.
That's a good shout as well. Yeah, I was even thinking Svechnikov, but I don't think he'll get enough votes from Carolina. But I do think it should be him. I love Andrei Svechnikov. He's one of my favorite players.
I think Kuznetsov, Barzal, and Zibanejad could be the top three there.
Mm-hmm. And Gensel too. You know what? Like Pittsburgh, they have a very hardcore fan base, so they you never know. They can vote enough times and get him in.
Jake Gensel is definitely a good player, and nothing against him, but still, it's not Sidney Crosby. Not the name recognition. That's for sure. For the Atlantic Division, Steven, your pick?
I mean, it's between three players, I think.
You're gonna see John Tavares in there. I know
that. Listen, I want it to be him, but I don't think it will be him. I mean, you never know. If he goes on a hot streak over like the next week, then hey, maybe he earns enough votes from fans. But I mean, I think Barkov or Stamkos, I'd put them ahead. But Tavares was the third player I was considering. If I were to choose one though, let's go with Barkov, just because Tampa already has two players there. So give Florida a second guy.
Yeah, Barkov or Raymond. I think
Raymond would be nice.
Barkov might be the number one guy
because
he's been in the league for a bit, but Lucas Raymond being such a highly touted rookie, having him in there would drive up some. I don't know, drive up the game. In some way.
Definitely.
So there you go. That's the Atlantic Division for the Central.
Who knows? Tyler Toffoli will probably get it in the end.
I don't know why he's even there, man. Why is he?
Because they have to have someone.
He's such a.
Who else are you gonna pick?
So you put Tyler Toffoli, but not put Sidney Crosby. I don't know. Let's see how Jake Getzel's playing right now this year.
He's having a very good season.
Let me double check that for you, Steven. I want to make sure. He's got 35 points, so yes, he is having a good season.
It's fantastic.
We can say for sure he's not a scrub.
No, he's definitely not a scrub. Okay. Anyways, moving on. I guess Central Division. This one I'm just kind of going over. It's got to be Kadri.
What?
It's got to be. Who else?
A defenseman?
Roman Josi then?
Well, I think I'd rather Roman Josi over the Seth Jones. What the hell?
Yeah, me too. Well, also Yosi's better than Jones.
Well, Jones got 25 points. It's not terrible.
No, it isn't.
Minus 11. I mean, that's just a product of the team.
Yeah, that definitely. But still, I mean, I don't know. Kadri's he's having a career season right now. How could you not make it him?
Uh, you're partially. I agree with you. I just think that considering that the other divisions held the Metropolitan has three defensemen: Adam Fox,
Mhm.
Pelig, and Zach Rowinski. So I think it's only fair to have at least a second defenseman. And my pick, anyways, would be Roman Yossi. Uh, just gonna stop
Fair
my
enough. I
comment.
mean, for me, it's between either one. I think it should just be Kadri just because he hasn't been to an All Star game before, and it'd be nice to see him there.
Right.
Yossi, I think he'll get more chances to be in the All Star game in his career. Plus, he's been here. But yeah, either way, he can't go wrong with either one,
I
right?
think so. I think it's Phil Kessel. That's it.
Phil,
Phil the Thrill.
that'd be awesome.
And for
Too
the
good to be true, though.
Pacific Division, Steven.
Oh man, I mean, again, it's between two players. I want it to be Troy Terry just because he's having an unreal season as well,
Yep.
and similar reasons as Kadri. But because it's in Vegas, I think it's gonna go to Jonathan Marchessault. So
Martian.
I
So
think I think he'll get voted in. Yeah,
he is a
the
good
home
favorite.
crowd.
He is a good favorite in Vegas. I'm gonna go with our one and only Drew Doughty. Again, the defenseman.
Our
Or
captain.
Mark Giordano.
Dude, you're going like left
Defense.
field here.
Yeah. Well,
Again, you're
Giordano's
going
got
deep.
minus 13, but
Yeah. Gosh.
for the reason why I got Drew Doughty, I don't know why they put Adrian Kemp there. He's got a decent season, but we're talking about like the Drew Doughty. I feel like
Yeah.
those two together would be a good pair to come out of LA. Adrian Kemp, it doesn't ring.
Hold on, can you click on
Superstar.
Kempe for a moment? I just want to see his stats.
I think he had
I'm
like
looking through your
23
screen.
points. And Drew Doughty has 19.
Yeah.
It's still not bad. 23 points, right?
I mean, again, it's one of those things, and I guess we can discuss that now too about how like, do you believe that every team should have one representative in the All-Star game, or do you think it should just be the best players go to the All-Star game?
I think that the best, just like the NBA is doing, the best player. Just you want to promote the best players out there, and it's like awards in a sense. At the end of the year, you got the number one All-Star team, the second All-Star team, the third, right? That has an impact on players, and people complain about not being on the All-Star in the NBA. You hear, "Oh, I was cut and I'm pissed. I really wanted to be there." Whilst in the NHL, it's like, "Oh, I guess." It's because they don't they don't do an outdoor game, like they do little competitions of slap shots, and that's it. It's not like a dunking contest.
But you see, even that,
And they don't take it serious.
skills.
They don't take the NHL All-Stars seriously.
Yeah, exactly, and that's my point too. I was gonna say, like with the skills competition, like they can only choose players that are in the game itself. Whereas, like, it's not like the NBA where it's like, yeah, you can, like in the dunk contest, you can have four guys that aren't going to be playing the next day in the All-Star game, but they can still take part in that dunk contest because, hey, they're really good dunkers. Like, same thing with the hardest shot competition. Like Chara should be a guy that's in every year. Shea Weber, if healthy, should be in it every year, even whether or not they're in the All-Star game. They should still be there because they have a wicked hard shot, and they should be there to like defend their title. And like that's another thing too. If you won the year before, you should automatically get an invite back to next year to defend your crown.
If you look at the NBA, they don't bring back the same guys who do dunking contests, right?
Well, no, they basically, like, obviously it depends on who wants to do it. But again, like if you won the year before, you'd maybe be more inclined to come back, is what I'm saying. Obviously, it's still the player's choice in the end of the day. Like, if you want to come play, you come play. But I don't know. I think it's different too, because the NHL, it's like if you don't play in the All-Star game, or if you're selected for the All-Star game but then don't want to play, you have to miss one game for your team to not be suspended.
Okay.
So it's really weird
so how you essentially get suspended for a game.
Yeah, or you're
Force
out
yourself.
like the typical thing that like teams do is like I remember like Ovechkin used to do this all the time to miss out on All-Star games. Basically their game before the All-Star game, he would just be injured. He would be out with an undisclosed injury.
Right.
And that's how you get away with it.
Thank
Like
you,
the Leafs
Ovechkin.
did it. I remember the Leafs didn't have to do that 2 years ago in St. Louis because with Matthews, so he didn't play in the All-Star game, but he still showed up, did all like the media stuff and like was there he was still there. Like he showed up, he just didn't play in the game, but because he showed up and took part in all like the media stuff, he didn't have to miss a game for the Leafs. So the Leafs went even bigger brain.
Wow.
Yeah, they
They
found the
played him.
true way around it.
Well, shit. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it up to Toronto to figure out how to big brain the NHL.
Just wanted to see the jerseys actually.
Yeah, put those up. I think they're pretty clean. They're nice. They're simple. They didn't do anything crazy. Like I thought Vegas would, especially being in Vegas. I thought they'd go for something more glittery and flashy and Vegas. But
No,
they went
these
simple.
are basic. These are pretty basic. I like the
they're
red
simple.
one. I like the red one better the way.
Yeah, the white ones are nice. I don't know. I mean, to me, I think they both look good. They're not like the best All-Star game jerseys, but they're also not the worst All-Star game jerseys, which is safe. They went the safe route.
Just the blue one, it just seems weird. I don't know.
I mean, I just find it weird how they picked those colors for the Los Angeles or for the Vegas All-Star game. I thought they'd go more Vegas colors, but
These were used or were an inspiration from the 2012 All-Star game.
Yeah.
And they look
I remember
similar.
those jerseys. I didn't mind those jerseys, the 2011, 2012.
I like the blue ones in this one better.
Yeah, it's because they went with the darker blue as like the base,
And then the NHL is also blue.
Yeah, and they got the stars in the logo too.
Maybe it's just Patrick Kane being there. I think that's what it is.
The only thing I would change is the front numbers. I hated that experiment. Any team that had a front number, I couldn't stand.
Fair. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Is that Duncan Keith right there?
That is.
So why are they? These are all Chicago Blackhawks, but he's Brett Seabrook's wearing a white jersey.
Yes, so those were that's Patrick Sharp actually.
Oh, okay, L for me. Sorry.
Wow. But no, those were the years in 2011 and 2012. Both those years for the All-Star game, they decided to do like captains, and then they did a draft. So they picked the players to play for their teams. Like each team would have a captain and assistant captain already assigned to the team, and then the rest of the team was drafted by those players. Yeah, so obviously he was selected by the other team. I guess whoever the captain, I forgot who the captains were that year, but they didn't want all the Chicago players being on one team, so they split them up. Obviously,
they split one.
I remember
they got rid of the one that they don't like already.
That's the thing too. You like I remember watching those, like they were both on TV, those drafts, and like you could tell like there were some things that were already pre-planned, and like I don't know, it's just yeah.
Well, I'm sure the boys enjoyed it.
I mean, I think we all got the amazing meme moment in 2011 when Phil Kessel was picked last.
That, yes.
Yeah, and everyone got a good laugh from that, but he ended up winning the car, so jokes on everyone else. Then I remember the next year, Ovechkin had like a piece of paper, and he kept getting like they were interviewing him in like the room before they come out to be picked.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, like I need to go. I want to go last. I need a new car." But apparently, then I remember he didn't get picked last, and like he was like disappointed about it. And then I remember hearing after he wanted the car because he was gonna give it to someone who like was in need of that, like I guess in the Washington area that like needed a car, so he did it for a good cause, and he ended up buying them a car anyway.
There
so
I was gonna say, hopefully he did that.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he has the money to do it, so
why not? Why not?